It's the big DJ with the big sound. We're talking DJ Me, stamped in the street.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a special guest in the building, man. A special artist, Nick Lavelle.
What's up with you?
What's going on with you, baby? What's good with you? Welcome to Miami.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody know where you're from. A little history on who you are, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Lavelle out of Detroit, Michigan. Currently residing in Atlanta, Georgia. Been doing music, it's a couple years now. Getting stuff finished up, tour. I was just on a Millennium tour, so we were just out here probably like
you was on a Millennium tour?
Yeah, about like a month and a half ago. About when was it? When that tour ended? Like in November. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we was just here. I was the the opener for the whole tour, so that was a blessing. And she was working on another tour now, so just a blessing, dude. Just making moves.
That's what's up, man. That's a accomplishment. That's amazing to be even an opener on such a big scale like that.
Yeah, blessing, definitely. Very fortunate. Yeah, definitely.
So let's give a little history to like how did this, because you have a great voice. I
appreciate it. I'm still trying to develop. Man, I need a goddamn vocal coach, man. I need to go ahead and invest in that. But just getting to that point of it's I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know where to start. I don't know. I guess it's
start childhood. Like let's go back that far.
Okay, all right. Really, yeah. Look, really, growing up in Detroit, West Side, in the hood, but not in the hood. Okay, if that makes sense. Like, I'm straight transparent. I'm not a hood dude. At the end of the day, shit, I'm true to who I am. You know what I mean? I'm not putting on facade. I ain't none of that. And nothing against it either. It's just my parents kept me out of it. I play sports, so I just stayed on that course. End up, going to college. Even in growing up, I was like doing little talent shows, but music wasn't my focal point. I really wanted to go to the league. Like I was really on that. And I'm not gonna say like I was really like crazy on the field, but I was pretty good. I mean, I had a lot of high hopes, but I started doing crazy stuff.
That was high hopes.
I had some high hopes. Yeah, because I got to be honest, man.
Nah, trust me, bro.
Everybody know. Look, man, high hopes. And next thing you know, you like, oh, well, now you go, trying to walk on. But it was what it was. But doing music was never really in my focal point. It's just being, like, it was embedded in my soul because my family, my mother was, she sang. Okay. And then my grandmother sang. And then my cousin sang. So, so it kind of was like, in me, but I still wasn't the singer. I would like to rap. That's what I wanted to do. So I was doing little talent shows, rapping and stuff like that. I got to college, started trying to do music, and just on some fun stuff. And once again, didn't go how I wanted. Came back to it again, and then I dropped the record. A lot of people on my campus kind of took heed to it. So I was like, okay, hold on, we getting progress. Because that's really how stuff goes in life. You try to figure out what's going on, what works. All right, that didn't work. Now this worked. Let's figure out if that makes sense now. And then I did a couple shows. I moved to Atlanta. I moved back to Michigan. Did a bunch of local talent shows in Detroit. And was just building my name up there. Then I did a contest in Baltimore, Maryland, where I had did a show. It was about 90 contestants. We had drove to.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was crazy. Damn. But you know how them showcases be, man. They trying to get the money.
Right.
It was really like crazy because when we got to the show, one of the girls just randomly in there. We was in the back trying to get ready, and she told us, she was like, "Y'all drove from Detroit to do this?" Like, she was like, "What? This shit, this rigged." That's what she said. It was rigged. They already know who they're gonna pick. So my spirit was crushed. I was like, "What?" But I'm like, all right, you know what?
Too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I was tight because I'm like, yo, I spent $100 just to get in the contest, but the grand prize was like $1,000 and radio interview and a beat for some producer back then. I don't even know what it was, or the video shoot. So we get, we say, you know what, we gonna still do the show because we gonna get new fans. We gonna build relationships and connections while we out here. We already came here. So that part. It was what it was. So I stayed. I did my first, song. Got through that. Got to the next round. Next thing you know, I do my next song. Get to the second round because they dropping people. It's going from 90 to 45. Then however it was going, it was just getting dwindled down. All I know is I made top 3 out of 90 cats. Now, granted, like I said, before I even got here, I was praying on this show. I was like, yo, God, please tell me if this is something I need to like keep pushing because a lot of times you'll keep doing something and you ain't prayed on it. You don't even know if it's really for you. You doing it. And I was like, yo, give me a sign. Let me know. Because if I don't win this or if I don't even do well in this, then I kind of was going to fall back on the music because I was like, oh, it's going to be just like how it always been.
I'm asking this. I'm sorry to cut you off. Was it a full R&B showcase?
No, it was all rap. So that's why I looked at it. It was like, oh, this is nuts. Because it was some R&B, but it wasn't the R&B that I was coming with. Okay. I was so true to myself that I didn't care. Like it was at Norma Jean's. I don't know if you ever been to Baltimore. It's like a strip club. Mm-hmm. So they had the strippers in there. So my partner, he handled that shit. He had got some ones, and we was throwing money. We had a cameraman. I was like, all right, bet. Like we made it look really crazy, and the females was on us in that joint, and it was a good vibe. So we had the crowd control. We was doing everything. But when we got to the last three, the judge was like, let's split the money. We're going to split the money. We're going to give everybody a radio interview. We're going to split the money and all this. So I'm cool with that because we done split the 100. So we're going to be up now. We're going to be at least profit. Why one of the dudes say he ain't wanted to split the money, he was like, no, it's all or nothing for me. So I'm pissed because I'm like, oh, because I'm thinking like, I don't live here. I don't know who's from where. Right. He probably brought his people here. So they was like, well, if we're going to do it like that, we're just going to go to the crowd. So they went to the crowd. Why the crowd unanimously picked me to win. So I won the whole joint. So I came top in the whole contest. I was like,
I've been sideways.
Yeah.
Just into the split.
You done hurt my heart. Yeah, Red, you gotta see me. Yeah.
So that was like really like honestly that was like an eye-opening event for me because it really put me in a position where I felt like, damn, okay, I could really do this. And that even something as small as showcase in another city was big for me because it was like it was unbiased. Right. It wasn't the fact that no one knew who I was and they could make this decision for me. It was like, no, this is based on pure talent, presentation, marketability, and music quality. And I guess I checked off all the lists, and it made me, I was superior then. So.
That's good. It's dope. So from there, how did you, take that and now you opening it up for, now you with DJ Rama right now?
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Blessing. Once again, our situation is crazy. How I figured everything out for myself, what worked for me was, okay, a lot of artists, I see it all the time. I need a manager. I want to start getting paid for shows. Well, listen, if we don't got the music, if you're not bringing out the fans, you can't make a promoter book you and he can make a profit off of you. It don't matter. Right. No one's going to book you. So you want free shows. You want to get paid for shows, but you can't produce. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to complain about paid shows. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to book artists that's in my lane, and I'm going to build the show around me and that person. So I'm going to get the fans, and I'm going to make money on the show. And guess what? I ain't got to worry about it. My first person I booked was Jacquees. I booked him, brought him to my school, built the show around us. I made $60,000. And
off one show.
I built off one show. My very first show. That was a generator revenue. I still have it in my email, the spreadsheet, to show like what it did. So that's how I continue myself. I booked Jacquees. Next you know, I end up booking City Girls. I was the first person to bring City Girls to Michigan. Yeah. So I booked them in 2 cities, in Detroit and Grand Rapids, Michigan.
And it was funny.
It was crazy
so
because
funny.
Because of what happened.
It wasn't. No, this was the funny shit. I never said it to now. So we get there. We dealing with him. All right, boom, boom. Pay the back end. This our section. So he running around like a promoter. Then it was like, Nick, where you at there? Then he get the mic, go to perform Miami, say, that's the promoter who paid us? And I'm looking at this nigga like, yeah, this nigga out there crying. This nigga, he done jumped in the crowd. And me and Miami, because JT in jail, so everybody, and we just sitting there looking at this nigga like, he paid us, gave us ball to put us in set, and ran out there and performed. Like, no, you wait, you ain't performing yet. I said, well, that's a smart ass nigga. He like, that's a smart ass
nigga, boy.
That's like that. Man, shit, I hooked up from there.
Yeah. Listen, dog, I swear to God, bro, I try to tell artists this all the time, bro. The same shit that you just said, bro. Oh, it's so much ways that people make money and create a platform for themselves. Just by doing that. Mm-hmm. Just using your mind, man, using your time, using your mind, using space. Like, it's possible.
Yeah.
And that's dope. Right? Now, like, you'll get relationships as well.
That's what it is. Because eventually, I built relationships, and I just figured out how to do stuff. Another thing I was doing was I was following a lot of artists, talent agencies, booking agencies. So I'm watching when tours are coming out. I'm seeing the tours. So I don't have a manager at the time. I'm emailing the agencies and stuff, trying to book, trying to see what it is to get on the tour. Then I end up getting on a tour. My first tour, I end up getting on that with Armand and Trey. It cost me like $7,000. I said, oh, hell yeah, I can do that. That was for the whole tour, 25 cities. I said, oh, yeah, this is dope. I can do that. I think I only had like 10, 15,000 to my name, but I was willing to take that risk and bet on myself because I knew what I was going to get out of it. Kept doing that, and then eventually Jacquees came on. He went on tour. Went on tour with him, and it just kept doing that, and I just kept building it up, doing records with artists and getting features and just paying for press, just getting myself out there because I knew once I get in front of the crowd, I had a fair shot, and that's all I need. Put me in front of any crowd, no matter where we at in the part of the country, no matter where, I'm going to give them a show. They're going to remember me. So that was always my thing, getting in front of people.
So what was the time span for you, execution, of this plan? Like, from when to now,
2016 was the first. No, 17. 2017 is when I booked Jacquees, and then we did the show in April, and we did another show with him in December in Detroit, and then I just kept booking him because it was like he still was like the hottest. He was the hottest R&B artist that I can afford at the time,
right?
And he was good. Feasible. He was a good balance, and Jacquees he was rising at that time too. So that was good. It was good for both of us, and I was doing it in hopes of obviously getting a feature with him and leading to other things because a lot of times you definitely don't know what's gonna come out of the situation, but you definitely don't.
Did that happen?
Yeah. No, not the feature, but going on tour, getting a chance to go on tour. I think that was dope. You know what I mean? But sometimes I think these artists scared of me. You know what I mean?
It can be that way.
It be like that.
Yeah. I had a conversation with Capella Gray, and he said the same thing. Like, yo, the artists really be truly scared of it, especially if you feel like you're in their same lane.
In their lane, yeah, that's what they feel like.
Wait, hold up, I can't give a dog too much rope.
It's scary, but it's to me. I always feel like it's enough room for everybody to eat. But somebody else had to explain to me like, no, it's not. It's not room for everybody to eat. That's why they feel like. I was like,
that's why they block you out,
because they feel like if fans have to choose. All right, if you got somebody that's coming to your city and you want to go to their show and they cost $35 a ticket, but then you have another artist that you like that's in your city the same week, and you just personally can't afford to go to both, so you got to choose. Now you're splitting up the crowd. The fan is a fan of both of your music, but now it's coming down to where who is this fan gonna spend their money on to come see? And if you are outshining that artist, they're gonna feel like, oh hell no, I'm not getting. I ain't gonna. And it's sad that it's like that. Me personally, I genuinely feel it's 1 billion people in the world, over 1 billion. You mean tell me we can't find a market for where you can have a cult fan base and still we can live in this world, we can cause this, we can work together, do music and still be successful. But for some people, music is all they have.
In retrospective, it's possible, but
the
greed of people, bro. That's what really comes into place.
And I'm not saying that's the situation. I'm just giving perspectives because I always wonder, like, damn, why this didn't happen or why they.
Because y'all done made a lot of money together.
That's what I be looking at. I look at situations like if I broke bread with any individual artist, promoter, DJ, or whatever, I feel like I'm a solid dude. It ain't like I'm just a ham. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that I got real motion moving, and I know about a lot of things. And I don't know everything, but I know about a lot of things, and I feel like I'm a great asset. So I don't see why a person wouldn't want to work with me when it comes to that, especially after breaking bread. So that's why it raises those type of questions.
They definitely do. So right now, do you have like an EP that you're working?
Definitely. We right now the name is Toxic. That's the name. Yeah. But it's Toxic, because a lot of the records that I'm doing, they kind of give those type of vibes. I mean, I can't lie. I'm a toxic individual. I'm sure everybody has some toxic traits.
You know
what I mean? So I feel like the music, the records on this project will definitely be something that'll be easily relatable. And that's what I try to do, make music that is relatable to not only my life, to another individual who probably can attest to the experience. May not be identical, but something that you can resonate with.
Definitely. So how many records that you have on Toxic?
Right now it's 8. I just cut 3 new records. And right now we're shopping around for features. I have like 2 or 3 features on there now, but I want to kind of like balance it out. Kind of want to do like have like 10 songs, 5 features, 5 regular records without features, just to kind of like beef the project up. So when we present it to a distribution company, we get a better little leverage. Yeah. And that's how it be sometimes.
So let me ask you this: as as an experience as a promoter, now that you moved to another city, do you still dabble in that, or that was just like
No, it's gonna forever be the thing. The bookings, because I get booked for events and things like that. So if I get booked or if the bookings slow up, I try to fit stuff in there. Like my goal, honestly, is to put 10 to 15 self-proclaimed shows through my company out a year, at least. That's the goal. I mean, I have a show that we had booked with Trey Songz in Chattanooga, and then all the stuff came out, so we had to pull it.
Dang.
But yeah, so now we got Jacquees we about to work on now. That's kind of crazy though how it worked out like that. But we try to keep the shows. Me personally, because I have business partners, so we try to keep these shows booking. Because obviously, you still have to make money for the business, so we have to be able to still fund the career. And like I said, we can't expect everybody to book us because some people don't see, your value, your worth right now, but they will eventually. And by the time they figure it out, you won't be able to afford us.
So, but you're not on a regular scale as another independent artist, because the far as funding your own career, the independent way. Do you feel like going with the major is a better scale for you, because you're a businessman at the end of the day?
Yeah, I genuinely do. Signing with a major is the same thing as getting a bank loan. It's the same exact thing. People don't understand. Listen, your craft, your music, your resume for the music is your credit report with the bank. It's the same thing. So what you produce, what you've done, have you showed this type of history? Can you pay back loans? Can you produce these numbers that we're looking for artists? Can you do those things? It's all a balance. You have to figure out, you look at your credit report, that's who your artistry is, and you figure out what can you produce on your own? What have you proven that you can do to make them give you the most money possible? How do you get the most money from a bank? Based on how high your credit score is, your utilization, your debt to income ratio, things like that. So when you look at the artist, you got to look at the same thing, just break it down. So the issue with being independent sometimes is you don't get them big budgets. You don't get those access to those same platforms, the big playlists and things like that, and getting on the big tours. You don't get those accesses, or you don't get access to that stuff. So because you don't, it's like when you get with the major has to make their money back too. So they're going to push you. And if you have the product to push, they're going to get behind you. And they're going to put the real money, they're going to put the machine behind you. And I feel like sometimes that is worth more than being independent and having 100%. Because everybody talk about being independent, owning 100% of your masters. But if you own 100% of zero, what is that?
Facts. Shit. Yeah.
But then ain't you could be independent. Like, okay, so right now your song pop off crazy. Boom. I'm talking about where it's like 2-3 labels want you. Yep. Right? But you turn them down. But your song is so hot. Ain't you making money from all the other platforms? Like, ain't everything else just a picture?
Yeah, you still making money.
You make money, but this the thing.
Ain't that what Dolph said? Like, hey, he wasn't signed to no label.
See, the thing is, I don't like to speak on, especially like the dad, because we don't really know. I genuinely don't know. I genuinely don't know. But just being, all right, when you say independent, I'm independent. Like, there's no label, there's nothing involved with me outside of me. Right. But you can get a distribution deal. Okay. So you have a distribution deal where you'll get the Empire, or you can even do Atlantic. So some of these labels, Sony, Orchard Music Group, a lot of these different labels, or United Masters, for example, allow you to be independent. But if you already have a fan base, it's all right, cool. Somebody then put you on a pedestal to make you have that fan base. And sometimes, like with Empire, they will get behind it because they'll take a percentage. They'll take 30% of the single. You'll get distribution. They'll give you $100,000, $200,000 for just a single, and they will. No, real talk. Like, and I've seen this happen because. No, I know for a fact. Yeah, Empire did it to a lot of Detroit artists.
Put out a single myself. Shit.
But no, sometimes it's not even a bad thing because if you know how to use the money, that's the thing. This is the difference between me and a lot of other artists. And I'm not trying to be cocky, but I got a $500,000 house. All right, that's what I have right now. That's just my house, my primary residence. I got a Range Rover, a Corvette, and a Scat. You know what I mean? I got, my watch is $15,000, my chain $20,000. So at the end of the day, it's like when I get a check, I don't gotta go to get all that stuff no more.
Right,
I can get that money, and guess what? I'm gonna go to radio. I'm gonna go to, I ain't even gonna put it up. I'm gonna put it right back into the marketing. I'm gonna make myself so much more bigger with that $100,000 they gave me because I already made $100,000. I already got a couple $100,000 to my name already. So at the end of the day, it's like now I'm using y'all money to just beef myself up. I'm gonna make my money off the shows. That's what I want. I want to be able to I want to get to $25,000 a show. You know what I'm saying? I'll
3 days a week.
Yeah, 3 days a week.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Now we good.
Sunday.
You make it up.
Yeah, that's how it go. You take management, take DJ, take the you walk away.
So when you look at somebody that said this to me that made it so much more sense was Young Thug. Young Thug said he signed a terrible deal, his first deal. He knew what he had to do to get out. He wanted the platform. And I feel like I'm in that same position. I don't have to sign a bad deal now because now I'm probably a little bit more like the position I'm in. I'm probably in a better position than he was at that age or when he signed.
Right, financially.
Right. So it's like I don't have to take a terrible deal, but I can afford to take a deal that may not be favorable for me, but I can make it favorable depending on what are the things, the aesthetics around the deal. Exactly. Because I need the platform. I feel that I'm not a person that you have to build. I'm not the build-up artist. I'm like, you put them out there and throw them in the wood. I can have it. Yeah. If I get the exposure, I can make it make sense for me. So that's kind of like where I'm at with the joint.
That's dope.
So yeah, I definitely I'm open for majors or whatever.
No, I'm sorry. My daughter's calling.
That's important. I got fired. I like when you say that, though. That makes sense, bro. I like that. Cause boy, I just need one song. I don't need y'all to do nothing else.
That's what I'm saying. Just give me one.
Just give me one.
They gonna like
song.
the rest of them. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah, I just need one.
So let's talk about some features that you have. Who are some,
I have this chick out of Baltimore named Tyler Michelle. She's dope, you know what I mean? Because I always like to mention the artists that aren't, too relevant. Right. So I try to make sure, I always put that out there. It's the songwriters for me. I have some incredible songwriters. Chick by the name of Kiara, my homie My Taj, chick Candace, Jay Laurent. Like it's a couple of, like writers that curated some major records for me. And I think that's gonna really, really tap into like who I am as an artist and as a person. Because in my music, I'm really like, everybody tell me I rap what I live, but I'm singing about what I live, and it ain't about killing or nothing. But it's just like when you look at my music, you're like, damn, this nigga really like, okay, he went through that, and it's funny though, cause it's like, damn, okay, cool. I kind of went through something like that too. For the most part, I got Pleasure P on the record. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miami. So him. I'm working on another feature. I can't really say because we're going through like the issues with making sure he can clear the record if I can get him on the record. So that'd be the
bad part.
Yeah. So I don't want to like mention it and then you guys don't see it. And I'm like, all right, well, now I'm capped out.
So since you've been on tour doing the Millennium Tour, what are some things that you have experienced that blew your mind? That you done seen some wild, because you was talking with some wild niggas, bro.
Yeah, but what's so crazy is I think that's the thing. It's like they really like the opposite of what we see. Oh yeah, honestly,
personally, I know a couple of them.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, so some of them was really like not as wild as they appear on social media. Okay, they're actually really reserved, really cool, really uplifting, and really encouraging. A lot of the guys on the tour, and including Shanti, everybody was really encouraging. They were humble. No one was feeling like they was too good to do anything. I don't care what you see on social media. I swear to God, backstage, different ball game. And I'm talking about come to our dressing room, come drink with us, come kick it with us, come smoke with us, come to the club with us. They were very welcoming. So that was really dope because all the other tours I've been on with smaller artists, they were it was the opposite. They were too good to talk to us. Didn't really want to fuck with it like that. It was crazy. So having these, I consider these people legends because they do have timeless music that no matter what age demographic you are, you're gonna resonate with their music. So these are legends, platinum recording artists that was so welcoming. You know what I mean? So it wasn't really wild stuff. But what I can say is the wildest stuff that I experienced as an artist was, like, I had women be excited to see me, but I'm talking about I'm walking through the crowd and women are screaming top of their lungs to come take a picture and see me. That was wild to me because I've never experienced that before.
Right,
So I was like, damn, I can only imagine.
What's gonna be like?
You feel me?
Man, all that play a part. People don't understand. You gotta look like, I know you got artists ugly. They music just good, so it's like, I like his music.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got artists like a girl to be like, no, I like him, bitch, and I like the music, and I think he's my. You know what I'm saying? Because I like when Pretty Ricky got the, I was in there when it was like, yeah, Spectacular, you don't have a girlfriend. You're gonna be the sex symbol of the group.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Pleasure, you just got the voice. So you're gonna be good with it. You know what I'm saying? But nigga, they looked at that spec, the red little short nigga, Kagi go to the gym every day, and it was like, and I used to see this shit doing Pretty Ricky tours, like, they screaming for Pleasure because he could sing, he really could sing, so they gonna go crazy for him. All them bitches won't spec. He gonna take off that shirt with the towel. That nigga got a lot, nigga, him and nigga, Baby Blue, you just gotta wait, bro.
Yeah.
And the hoes who
gonna
wanted
pop
to
you
see
out,
the
you
nigga,
know?
yeah. And then the hoes who like the dread, like, oh, he a Miami nigga with the dread, slick him. But I seen that, like, that shit makes sense.
I broke it down too with somebody. I said they was best of both worlds. They had every component that a female
Everyone.
potentially want.
That's what I'm saying.
Everyone.
Don't say it in that way. There it is. Oh, it's like I want a thuggish nigga, I'm gonna get the one with the dreads. I want a red nigga, I'm gonna get you know, I just want to sing it, I'm gonna get Pleasure. Baby Blue, I want a short little fat nigga. You know what I mean? My brother, I just be trying to
You got your DJ in the building. You know, it's just DJ. Let them know what's good right quick.
Oh yeah, I got my DJ Slick Rick. You know, you can come and tap in.
Tap in right quick, man.
Now you gonna be smooth. Now you gonna be smooth.
Always smooth, dude.
What's going on with you, man?
What's good with it, man?
Nah, man, you're cool. Let everybody know who you is, where you know from, all that. You know how you connected.
I'm DJ Slick Rick. I'm from Detroit, West Side. You know what I'm saying? I'm tour DJ. I've been rocking with Nick for about 4 years. We did 4 major tours.
Man.
He called me right before like my second tour, so it was kind of like crazy. It was perfect though, perfect timing.
That's big, though.
The Millennium Tour was crazy, though. Most
Yeah.
definitely was crazy.
He might have some stories though. I ain't gonna lie.
The Millennium Tour was
already
definitely
know.
crazy, for sure.
So, was this your first experience, like, you know, being on the road when you got with him?
Yep, as a tour DJ, yep. I was just, you know, club, did, you know, just club and parties and stuff. Before that, I'm back in Detroit, going
Right.
crazy. So when we tapped in, we was on the same thing. We both got, like, get money. So it all started off as a business aspect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you going crazy on the DJing. I'm going crazy as an artist. You got, you know what I'm saying, your finance here, your finance here. Let's get some money together. So it went from that, and we invested in ourselves, and then we just took off, you know what I'm saying, going from there.
That's dope. So, let's talk about this, you know, the experience being on the, you know, because it's different. I'm pretty sure it's different from DJing in the club and all that.
Right.
Like, how do you prepare for your set, you know, to bring him in and, you know, to make him, you know, give him that light? You know what we do as DJs.
100%.
How do you, you know, prepare for that?
Man, we're just, actually, I ain't gonna lie, with trial and error, you know what I'm saying,
Okay.
just learning, getting put in that, you know what I'm saying, confidence building up. I can remember vividly from my first major tour to the Millennium Tour. Like, when I got time and I got there, I'm just in my bag now. Like, it's like,
Okay, it's just like,
it's
don't go
you know,
there,
DJ,
yeah.
Like, you know, unfamiliar territory for a DJ kind of sometimes get us kind of, you know what I'm saying, we doing some things that we not used to being at,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying, once we, you know, from the first tour to the last tour, man, just actually we just trial and error, man. Like, and it's just chemistry, man. Just now we just got that chemistry. Like, he can look at me, and I just know, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying, he'll stop, or we just feed off each other.
Don't worry about it, bro. It's all good. But no, I actually I've been to a couple of tours with different artists and shit like that, and I see, especially with him at City Girls, at Sam Sneak with Ross, it's like it be on point. You know, do y'all practice that, or just from the show purpose? Y'all just catch on?
Yeah, we practice, and we also
Yeah.
just catch on with each other.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying, just I guess we've been around for so long, man. So, I mean,
4 years, though, you
4
know.
years.
Yeah,
man.
and we built like a relationship. 'Cause I think that's imperative. A lot of times, when you just have a DJ come DJ your set, when you do something on festivals, and then it's just a random DJ, you ain't got the chemistry. You like, oh no, hell no.
It's over. Yeah. You might well do your song. Just let me get up out of here. Okay.
Yeah, one of the great things with working with Nick, man, he just taught me so much about the industry. You know what I'm saying? He's very encouraging. I'm about to come on my compilation album. Working on my first single release with Nick. He murdered it like always. You know what I'm saying? So, he just kind of put the team in position to win. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's big, man. I salute to you, bro. Definitely, man. Let everybody know they can follow you at. Check out you as well. You feel me?
You can follow me at DJ Slick Rick _ Mr. Spotlight. That's IG.
All right.
Oh yeah, it's the spotlight, man. Get in that spotlight, man. Things happen, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cutting up.
So Nick, let everybody know where they can also check out. Check you out. Check out more of your music, your videos, and all that.
Yeah, you can follow me on all social media platforms at It's Nick Lavelle 1, ITSNICKLAVELLE 1, and make sure y'all check out Bad Bit on the side. These some of the records and Toxic. So that's coming soon.
You gotta check out it. So when was the release date for that? We gonna drop that?
We working on it right now, man. We was aiming around Valentine's Day, but we don't want nobody to go into Valentine's Day toxic.
Why not? It'll be toxic regardless.
It's gonna be toxic regardless. I want to contribute. I already put myself in the blender.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, though, we gonna holler at you, man. It's your boy DJ Meek. You already know, man. We up out of here.